John, thanks for joining us in a surprisingly cold post-match interview, given that we're into May. How do you think the 90 minutes went today?
Overall, I was very pleased with the performance. We came here to win, but we made a number of changes, as everyone can see. The central defenders, Davison and Benedictus, we kind of left out. Barjonis was left out in the middle of the park. The two strikers were left out. So a lot of changes. But we have view to Tuesday night, obviously. But at the same time, getting Gillespie and Wedderburn and Murray back in the team, who didn't start last week, so they were needing a wee run out. So they got that run out that they needed today. We had a very, very young strike force in Jamie McGlynn and Kieran Bowie, and both the lads did very well. We've played Jamie McGlynn in a number of positions now, and he does a good job, wherever we play him. So I thought the opening 10 minutes were good without actually. Big Kieran Bowie had a sort of a shot, a half-hearted kind of shot. I think he got a wee block. There was a block on it, took the pace out of it. But our final ball, just in that opening 10 minutes, if we had got that better, we would have probably got in behind their defence and would have had an opportunity to score. But we didn't, and then we get caught with a long ball over the top. The lad disguises it to cross it, cuts inside, and he's had a good finish. So fair play to them. We're caught with a kind of sucker punch. But we composed ourselves, and the goal really created very well from Jamie Gillin down the right side into the box along the byline, and when it cuts it across the face of the goal, McGuffey's done really well to finish it off. So delighted at one each, and I thought after that we sort of controlled the game, particularly the second half. We rotated in midfield, we had loads of possession, and then we created some good chances as well. Big Kieran's done really well throughout the whole game. He's done really well, in comparison. He's a 16-year-old boy, and was he perfect? Was he going to be perfect at 16 years of age? No, if he was, but with the greatest respect to some of our senior players, he's done equally as well with regards to holding the ball up, protecting the ball, getting it to our players, causing problems for the opposition defenders, and he's got through in a great opportunity 1v1, and he's just went to place it and never just quite got the connection right. And after that, he hasn't let that affect him, because he's went on in another shot that was trying its best to come down for him and get back into the target, and it just went over the top. So again, he'll sleep tonight because he's done a lot of running today, but he'll probably wake up thinking about the chance that he missed. But I'm actually delighted and very proud of his performance. As I said last week at the Player of the Year dinner, how well he's come on, and from October to now, his performance today. There'll not be many younger strike forces today. Front two is going around Jamie Gunn at 19 and Big Kieran Bowie at 16. The average age of the team today was 22 and a half. The average age of the team today, a very young team. So I'm really happy with the performance, and it sets us up very nice for Tuesday night, that we managed to rest a few players and make sure they didn't get injured, which is obviously important, and hopefully we're ready to go on Tuesday.
Sometimes a draw, you can get a point and you've actually got out of jail free, or other times you get a point and you're really frustrated. But do you feel that we deserved a wee bit more in our play? And maybe the particularly pleasing thing is that so many changes, but so much positivity across the park.
Yeah, loads of positives, because at the back, I mentioned we left Davison and Benedictus out, but Dave Mackay did exceptionally well today alongside you and Murray. They did really well. Young Jamie Watson came in. His first start since I think November, when he started against Stenhousemuir. So great to have him, and it'd be good for him, to get the 90 minutes under his belt. So I felt we deserved to win the game, because I think we created the better chances. I think we dominated the ball. I think we played good football. I think they got deeper and deeper and just kind of sat in and made it harder to break them down. I think that their best chances was going to come from a set play, but we managed to deal with that, because today we lacked height in the team. We did lack height with regards to set plays. We knew that, and we knew that they were a big team, which they were a big team, but we managed to deal with it. So a lot of positives. Young Dylan Tate coming on late in the game. I've been hoping to get him on for a few weeks now. It's never just been the right situation. He's a central midfield player who can play as a 10, he can play as an 8, he can even drop down and be the deepest one. He's got a lot, from that position he can play in a number, from a central midfield position he can play right across the middle of the pitch there. But we're strong in there, recently with Nat and Gills and Matthews and Barjonis in there. So it was nice to get one to part today, and he showed in the sort of 7 or 8 minutes he was on the pitch, what he can do. So again, a 17-year-old coming on, Big Kieran Bowie at 16 starting the game, a hell of a lot of positives.
It's not just the physical challenge you come in to play here, it's also the mental challenge. You mentioned how Bobby bounces back from after the one-on-one. Tate comes on, he's certainly a player I've enjoyed watching the reserves. Do you think that they mentally have coped with the pressures of coming in and getting game time? Do these young boys carry any nerves, or are they actually just raring to go? How do they present in amongst the squad?
Yeah, well, as a manager, you've got to suss that out. You have to suss that out. Are they ready? Yeah, exactly. Physically, yeah, you've got to answer that question. I worked in that position at Hearts for a number of years as a youth team coach, and you're wanting your players from the youth team to step up into the first team, and you've got to try and convince the manager, who will come along and watch the players, but you've got to then convince them that physically and mentally, that's a key decision to make. And I felt that these lads are capable, and they are going on the pitch, and they are dealing with the physical. They're playing against really experienced players the other day, and Michael Bolchewski, Sean Dillon, at the back there, two really experienced guys, strong physical players, and played it well. Sean Dillon played with Dundee United for many years, so a great experience for him. But yes, mentally they were ready for it as well, and I think you see that in the fact that young Kieran, who misses a chance, didn't let it affect him at all. He goes on then to have another shot at goal, and there'll be other strikers going about that might have disappeared and thought, oh, somebody's going to get onto me, I missed a chance, the rest of it. But he kept going, and he won the ball back for us as well. He put the defenders under pressure, and maybe one or two more experienced players can learn from that. We got the ball back today a little bit quicker, by the pressure, the counter press. When we lose the ball, get it back quickly, and they went and done that. So loads of positives.
Bit more food for thought looking towards Tuesday's game after watching the guys today.
Yeah. We've got a plan in our heads, but we know what we're doing.
You know what you're doing, John. We'll catch up with you on Monday before the first game at Starks Park. Thanks for chatting with us tonight.
Okay, thanks, Davey.
Right.